In addition to the lot we have discussed about communications so far, in this video I'm going to help you to understand the steps involved in an effective communication. There are basically four steps involved, and the first step is the most important step of all. It is to define who the target audience is. You may decide to target the current customers, the potential consumers, loyal consumers, brand switchers, or the public in general. Irrespective of who you are going to target, I want you to understand that defining the target audience will influence your communication strategy, and it will also help you to ask further questions such as what to communicate, how to say it, when to say it, and where to say it. So the second step is to set the communication objectives. You may decide to establish brand awareness, or you may decide to disseminate information, or you may even have the objective of changing the attitude of the consumer towards your product or the brand and their behaviors. So basically these objectives talks about the message strategy involved in your communication, the creative strategy involved in making a communication, and the message source from which you may use to communicate. So the message strategy says that the story which you are going to tell should be appealing, and this appealing story, when you were able to integrate it with your brand positioning, you may able to gain the points of parity and the points of difference out of all the brands which is available in the market. The creative strategy talks about or I should say it helps you to understand that how a message is expressed determines your communication effectiveness. So it is important for you to have an expressive communication about your brand to the consumers. And the third point to be considered is a message source, which we normally have identified in most of the advertisements. That is the appearance of celebrities and popular people in the commercials, which we see in our televisions every day. So the presence of these people will help you to gain higher retention of consumers and also to gain higher brand recall. The third point to be considered is to select the right communications channel. Basically, the communication channels can be classified into two, that is personal channel and non-personal channel. In personal channel, there would be a presence of two or more people who will be having a face-to-face conversation or a conversation over telephone or an email conversation. Personal communication, when compared with the non-personal communication, has an advantage where you can make an individualized presentation and can have an effective feedback. Normally, personal channels are used for those specialty products which we normally don't use much. Non-personal channels are the ones where the communications happens through multiple platforms such as media, public relations, events and publicities, and so on. So any company can build its brand image through creating or sponsoring events that are designed to surprise the public and create a buzz. So talking about creating a buzz, I want you to consider the example of Red Bull. This is a event which was organized by Red Bull by hiring a person called Felix Baumgartner. He's an Austrian daredevil who performs unimaginable stunts. Red Bull organized this particular event and hired this person to gain attention of the consumers. So let us talk about a few of the background things involved in this particular event. This particular free fall from the stratosphere is in line with the interest of the target audience and is relevant with the brand promise of Red Bull. Uh, Actually, the target audience for Red Bull or the young people in the age category of 20 to 25. So basically, these people are the one who seeks for adventure. So these are the people Red Bull targeted, and hence they came up with this tagline: "It gives you wings." Does that literally gives us a wing? No. But actually, what it tries to convey is that you have the ability, skills, and power to achieve whatever you want. This particular statement, "It gives you wings," is an invitation in reality to be active, performance oriented, and to take on the challenges. So Red Bull was able to have a clear-cut definition on who their target audience is, and they were able to develop a message strategy which is relevant to the interest of those audience. And then finally, they have performed an event which gained the attention of that audience. And this is how you have to consider and devise a communication strategy. The video for this particular the link to this video is given in the description, and if you are interested you can please check it. And the fourth step is the media mix. Most of the companies, they allocate budgets for multiple media mix which they have devised. So with a limited budget on offer, you have to choose the right mix. I mean, you may have multiple customer segments, and after targeting a particular segment, you must understand where that particular segment has the most presence. And after that, you have to choose the right platform and the right message. And with the limited budget, you have to campaign. This particular media mix is a topic which we will discuss in detail in unit number 4. The fourth point is how to measure your outcomes. Measuring the outcomes will help you to understand where your strategy is performing and not performing. Questions such as did we have an impact on our target audience? Did we manage to reach the objectives? Does our target audience recognize or recall our messages? What do they remember about our ads? How do they feel about it? Which communication channel was better? How did consumer respond to our campaign? Did they purchase our product, or did they recommend it? These are the questions which will help you to evaluate your strategies against the results. So whether you're going to get a positive response or a negative response, it doesn't matter, because it anyway helps you to revise your strategy. So this concludes the topic, the steps involved in effective communication. In the next video, I'll help you to understand in detail what communication objectives are.